Yeah, hi, I'm Paul, that's paularcher.com. What makes a TED Talk a TED Talk? Now, we all know about TED Talks. They're just compelling and great, and they're online and people love them. And I was asked by a client recently to present at a conference, and I said to him, I said, what do you want? He said, I'd like a TED Talk, he said. I said, okay, I said, you'd like a TED Talk, would you? So I then went ahead and created a TED Talk. So what exactly makes a TED Talk? Let me share with you 8 or 9 principles that makes a TED Talk. First of all, there must be a common theme throughout the talk. My talk was on technology, virtual reality in the training and development industry. So that was the theme. My theme was futuristic theme. So it's got to be a theme to start with. They don't like too much style, they like substance. So when you're talking about the topic, you can be all flamboyant if you want with fancy gimmicks and graphics, but no, a TED Talk requires substance, and that's key to that as well. Timing's important as well. 18 minutes, 1/8 is the maximum that you should run the talk for. Mine was for 12 minutes. Gone are the days where you do 45-minute keynotes anymore. These require a short amount of time. Which brings on the next one then, because you've got to have this structure. The structure itself allows you to strip out unnecessary things. So rather than slim down the detail of the talk, you take out 1 or 2 components of it. So it remains with 2 or 3 components that you talk about in detail. For example, my first draft was about 20 minutes on my talk. I had to bring it down to 12. So I wanted to keep on virtual reality and augmented reality. So I ditched 1 or 2 other items and just focus on VR and the other reality as well. I just focus on those as a compelling topic. And I talked about those. It's still got to be compelling. A lot of people will strip out all the detail and just make it a high level, big picture, but that's the wrong thing to do. The structure is great. You need to gain interest to start with. You need to get a context going, then main points, and then there's always some kind of practical use as well. That's important, that structure for you. So you kick off with gaining rapport, etc. with the audience. Then you have the big picture, then you have the context, then the main points, then the practical application. And there's always a call to action at the end as well. So that's the structure really with it as well. Lots of stories, animations if you wish to, definitely short stories to illustrate, lots of examples to illustrate components and ideas as well. Visuals do work, so put visuals up there if you want to as well. Not words, do not go bullets. God, that's so un-TED. Pictures, images are quite TEDy as well. Engage with the audience quickly. Get with them, get on their side, build that rapport with them as quickly as you can. Ditch all obstacles. You've seen TED Talk guys and girls. They're up there, like I am in front of the audience, just talking. You'll need to memorize your talk. You can't have notes, you need to memorize it. And there's ways of doing this. I use visuals on a journey to memorize my talks. I did a 45-minute keynote last month to a big audience, a couple hundred people, and I memorized the whole thing. I'm not saying I'm special, I just learned how to do it. And if you want me to teach you that, just give me a call and I'll let you know how that works. It's a really, really cool way of doing it as well. Have a compelling opening. So make sure you open with some kind of pizzazz, some kind of method of bang, as I call it, to immediately get that person's or that group's attention. That's important. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, memorize, of course, but practice, 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 practice as much as possible, because it needs to be very quick, very, very, very smooth. No barriers, nothing in the way. That's a TED Talk, really. It took me days to prepare for this. The preparation time for a TED Talk is completely unaligned to a traditional business presentation. Business presentations, what do people do? They rock up, get PowerPoint out, don't they? Type up a few bullets and then stand in front of the screen, talk to the audience. They don't often practice or prepare at all. Now, TED Talk's completely different. So Google a TED Talk next time you want to imitate one. It's a great book written by the guy that started TED Talks. You might want to read that one as well. That's Paul at paularcher.com.